taking a look at them, Dolph and Gotti, trying to make sense of this beef that could have caused Dolph his life. Man, could it have been that bad? Is it about money? Is it about the underground? I don't want to say, the naughty. Was it because Dolph was independent and successful at it and didn't need the underground? I mean, what is it really about? How did it get so far out of hand?
Very close to death, but he pulled through, much to Gotti's disappointment. People have been forced to believe that maybe this beef went way down south and somebody finally silenced the other. As pointed out by Gan back in 2014, when Dolph allegedly rejected Gotti's record deal offer. Since then, the two have traded jabs on social media, records, and in interviews. One of Gotti's associates was even arrested in connection to Dolph's 2017 shooting in Hollywood, but was ultimately released due to a lack of evidence. As of Memphis Police Department has not identified Dolph's suspected killer, but that hasn't stopped the public from doing their own investigations.
Okay, so he's going to say something about some update with the closing of Gotti's family restaurant. Let me hear this.
Yes, yogotti. Sources confirmed that closure of his restaurant spot, MAKEDA'S Butter Cookies on Airways Boulevard. The police have not confirmed if there were any threats. There have also been several reports that Privé had been shot following Dolph's fatal shooting. The police have, however, denied those claims. The little clues Gotti left. Gotti, who was 36 security around the place has led some to believe that the heavy police presence outside Privé is likely precautionary moves. There have also been several reports that Privé had been shot following Dolph's fatal shooting. The police have, however, denied those claims. The little clues Gotti left. Gotti, who is 36 years old, was rumored to have had rap beef with Dolph for several years. A couple of hours before young Dolph's death, he shared a mysterious post on his Instagram story hours before the shooting. The post reads, "Good morning. Don't value the things you don't have over the things you do," Gotti posted on Instagram. The beef between the two of them are in interviews. Not a lot is known if Gotti has a hand in it after the rapper's death, but there is no mistaking that the two rappers have gone head-to-head several times. A lot of these times left Dolph critically injured, and most times close to death. The fans of young Dolph are calling for swift action and decisive arrests. They're calling for Gotti's head on the chopping block for what they think he has done. They were both raised in Memphis and became competitors once Dolph came onto the southern hip-hop scene. Fans have called for Gotti's arrest, saying he is clearly responsible. According to TMZ, the restaurant owner by Gotti is located 10 miles from where Dolph was killed. A little bit convenient when we factor in the history between the both of them. More clues have led people to believe Gotti is involved in a shootout with the alleged gunman that quickly spread on social media on Thursday. This shows two suspects wearing face masks and gray sweatpants, as well as dark hoodies. One of the men was wearing a hat, while the other had his hood up. The pair were also both holding weapons. One appeared to be holding a pistol and the other a Draco AK-47.
And one of them is supposed to be allegedly related to, come on, guess. Come on. MAKEDA'S. Yeah. MAKEDA'S. Maurice, Pamela, Raven. Yeah. But let me come on back down. Let's go back to this. Let's go back and listen.
Those two suspects wearing face masks and gray sweatpants, as well as dark hoodies. One of the men was wearing a hat, while the other had his hood up. The pair were also both holding weapons. One appeared to be holding a pistol and the other a Draco AK-47. Attentive fans spotted the front of young Dolph's car behind the two men. This footage was exclusively obtained by The Sun. It appeared to show Dolph's arm hanging out one of the store's broken windows. The source, who wishes to remain anonymous, had first shared the 44-second footage on Twitter, said the video was taken just moments before the rapper's body was removed from the scene. The video, which was initially recorded through Facebook Live, had amassed more than 60,000 views on Twitter by Wednesday. Dead, the person behind the camera is heard saying as the video zooms in slightly to show the arm. I was just standing out here, just seeing this. Moments later, police are seen urging onlookers to back up. Oh my God, the person to back up. The camera then zooms in on where the arm was seen hanging out of the window, only to show authorities have moved it. I have never seen no like this. Oh my God, to the arm. I was just standing out here, just seeing this. Moments later, police are seen urging onlookers to back up. The camera then zooms in on where the arm was seen hanging, only to show authorities have moved it. I have never seen no
I
like
told
this.
you
Oh
that
my
arm
God,
was
the
gone.
person talking says before the video clip concludes. Speaking exclusively to The Sun, the anonymous witness said they heard approximately 50 gunshots while at the Shell gas station across the street. I was across the street right before the cops and the news arrived and screen recorded a live video of young Dolph's arm hanging out the window, the witness explained.
Okay, so I did a little research today, and for Memphis and the police, the protocol is that the police do not remove or touch the body of a deceased, that the medical examiner is the one who would do the removing of the body. I knew that wasn't normal, because that's tampering with evidence. So why did the police move his body?
In this, moments later, police are seen urging onlookers to back up. The camera then zooms in on where the arm was seen hanging out of the window, only to show authorities have moved it. I have never seen no like this. Oh my God, the person talking says before the video clip concludes. Speaking exclusively to The Sun, the anonymous witness said they heard approximately 50 gunshots while at the Shell gas station across the street. I was across the street right before the cops and the news arrived and screen recorded a live video of young Dolph's arm hanging out the window, the witness explained. Possible retaliations. As fears of possible retaliation shootings have spread the town, Memphis Police Department Chief Sarah C.J. Davis issued an extraordinary advisory to city residents on Wednesday. As of Thursday morning, no arrests have been made in connection with the shooting. Memphis police told The Sun that the police have not released any information about a suspect or suspects concerning this case. This means that they have people in mind and arrest will be made soon as they have concrete evidence. Meanwhile, an RAN worker who wished not to be identified exclusively told The Sun that they were cleaning rooms in a motel across the street from the crime scene when they heard the gun blast. All I heard were gunshots. We were cleaning the rooms and we locked ourselves inside, he said. Police dismissed reports that the fine dining restaurant had been shot at following Dolph's death. Yogotti's other arrests. An arrest warrant for rapper Yo Gotti has been issued in connection to a Thanksgiving weekend shooting in Memphis, Tennessee, in which 6 people were shot and injured. According to allhiphop.com, Yo Gotti's friend and rapper, OG Boo Dirty, was involved in a verbal altercation on November 29th. This altercation, which resulted in a shootout, left many wounded. Among the 6 people wounded, one was an off-duty security guard. Yo Gotti has not surrendered to police because he is traveling on business, but the 5-star chick rapper's lawyer, Art Horn, released the following statement. He just wanted his fans and the public to know that he doesn't condone this type of behavior, and that again, he plans to deal with the charges that have been filed against him.
Sir.
Once he comes back and deals with the allegations, I think his name will be cleared. 11 warrants in connection to the unfortunate event have been issued so far. 3 of the men allegedly involved are already in custody on charge of aggravated riot. The repeated connections. Remember what we said about smoke and fire? Los Angeles police have arrested Corey McClendon, a friend of the rapper Yo Gotti, on a charge of attempted murder in the shooting of the upcoming Tennessee rapper Young Dolph in front of a Hollywood hotel. This was one of the first fatal brushes that brought Dolph knocking at Dev's door, but he survived. It was much earlier into their beef when the rapper was targeted and nearly killed. Detective MAKEDA'S, a spokeswoman for the LAPD, said that the rapper's associate McClendon was arrested and booked earlier that week. He was being held on a $1 million bail. She said investigators are still looking for two men believed to have been involved in the fight with Young Dolph, which was a Hollywood hotel near the inner hospital from a gunshot wound, Aguilar said. McClendon, who is 43, is a known associate of Gotti. His real name is Mario Mims. McClendon was other men for aggravated riot in a melee that led to the shooting of 6 people in the parking lot of a nightclub in Memphis in November 2010. Local media reports at the time said McClendon, who was then 36, was one of the men charged after he and Yo Gotti got into an argument with another rapper, OG Boo Dirty. But a few months later, all charges were dropped by the Shelby County District Attorney's Office because there weren't enough witnesses to the fight. The Hollywood altercation took place about 1:30 p.m. Tuesday, Aguilar said, when Young Dolph and 3 men got into an argument. The argument between Young Dolph and the men escalated to a physical fight, and he fell to the ground. One of the men then pulled out a gun and started shooting, Aguilar said. Young Dolph was struck, but was able to run into a local business. 2 of the men ran off and the third jumped into a gold Cadillac Escalade parked in front of the hotel, Aguilar said. He drove off but abandoned the car and ran away on foot. This is the second time this year that Young Dolph has been shot at. In February, his SUV was targeted by as many as 100 bullets in Charlotte, North Carolina, before a party he was to attend at a nightclub. His vehicle was bulletproof, so the Memphis rapper escaped unharmed and was able to make his scheduled appearance. In May, a Memphis-based rapper, blacyoungsta, was one of the 3 men charged with discharging a weapon and felony conspiracy in connection with the shootout, believed to stem from a rivalry between out-of-town rappers. Later, Young Dolph released the track 100 Shots on his album Bulletproof. He's best known for his guest verse on Cut It by OT Genesis, which hit 35 on the Billboard chart in 2016. Yo Gotti's Rake It Up featuring Nicki Minaj is currently number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. People believe that the intended target was Yo Gotti's rival, Young Dolph, who happened to be in a town to perform during the weekend's festivities. Hollywood, which left Dolph in critical condition. He was eventually released without charges. Yo Gotti never issued a statement on the matter. Back in August 2018, he wiped his Instagram clean, save for one post writing, "I'll be back when the street's ready." There have been so many theories surrounding the death of Young Dolph. For sure, Yo Gotti is not innocent in this charge.
All I know is karma forgets nothing. She is not forgiving nor forgetful. What goes around most definitely comes back around at some point. If it don't hit you, it gets your family. It gets what you love. But you will pay. You will get it back one way or another.